Hi everyone, Bob Landry here. I thought I'd add an addendum to the trying to do work on a new style QRS bushings that need replacement every now and then on the Skidoo snowmobiles. I have a 2018 Skidoo XRS 850. I've also had some past ones. I have a 2010 Skidoo XRS and a 2014. Well, the 2010 QRS is set up differently than the 2018 QRS clutches are. Bushings last approximately 4,000 to 6,000 miles. The 2018 I just bought had about 5,800 miles when I picked it up, and I probably got like 6,400 right now. Well, lo and behold, I went and checked the belt tension the other day before getting ready to go riding, and I saw that the bushing had cracked and fallen out of the secondary QRS clutch. Well, I went online trying to find out any special instructions here with the 2018 Gen 4 QRS secondary clutch, and I only found one video, and the video wasn't too helpful because the person who was doing it had a problem with the pins that are in there that hold the bolt that holds the bushings in place. Older style, like on my 2010, have a C-clip or an E-clip that holds the bolt in from coming out, and I guess Skidoo in their marvelous inventions decided they're going to pin it instead because the E-clips or C-clips weren't working very well. Well, there's nothing really good online right now. Maybe somebody posts a better video. But what you want to do is check a video out as far as how to pull the whole QRS drive system out of your Skidoo. Then once you do this, to get access to those pins, I'll show you where they are right now. Basically what you got to do once you get it pulled apart and you got your helix out, I drilled a small hole right here in the bushing where your spring goes for your helix, just so I could pull this out here. And tough working with one hand. And once you take this out, then you're going to have access where the pins go. If you can, I don't know if you can see them right here. You can see the hole right here. This is where the pin goes into when you want to remove it. And basically to remove it, all you need to do is get a 3/32 inch punch, and basically all you can do is just punch it through. The problem you have though, the 3/32 inch punch, at least the one I have, it doesn't have a very long shaft. If you can find one with a longer shaft, you'll probably be all right. So what I had to do, I punched it out as far as it would go, and then I grabbed from Home Depot a wire brad. That's their part number 265578. It's a number 15 by 1.5 inch, and this is what it looks like right here, the brad. And all I did, I just simply took the tip of it. If you can see that, I simply just used a file and removed the tip, so when it went into the pin, it wouldn't spread the pin out and get it jammed up. And I just used this and tapped it very gently with a small hammer to push the pin out from the back side. And that's how you do it. You take it out the back side. But before you do that, and just to keep in mind what you do not want to do, because I think the other video that shows this online, trying to take the pins out, I think the person tried turning your bolt before they realized there was pins on there. That's the bolt that holds one of the rollers right there. And basically you're going to use it's a T-wrench. It'll be a socket will be a T27 Torx type screw. And mark it up. As you can see right here, I marked out A, and then I marked 3 points with a magic marker. I also marked the bolt, and if you can see them very well on there. And I did the same thing for the other side. I marked it B, and I put 3 different points, so I know exactly where to put it back in. Because what you want to do, you want to definitely reuse this bolt right here. And you want to put it back in the same location. Doesn't have to be super torqued down, but you want to have it snug and put it back right back in the regular position. I'm also going to use a brand new cupped, you can see it here. There you go, lock washer that goes in there. It's just a cupped washer to simply act as a lock washer to hold that bolt in place. Put that in, torque it down, and then when I'm all done, what I'll do, I'll take a flashlight to the pinhole here just to make sure I can see light through from one side to the other, and I know that the bolt is lined up with that right through. But again, what you do not want to do is to before you go take it out is put any sort of torque turning that bolt here for your bushings. You turn that, you're going to snap this dowel pin, and then you're going to have all sorts of troubles with that when you do that. Then you'll have a problem. I think that's what happened with the fella on that, the only video I saw on YouTube, where I think he turned that thinking that, oh, this doesn't have a C-clip, so I can just turn it. And I think he snapped the, basically snapped the roll pin that was in there, the dowel pin. So you don't want to be doing that. So just punch it out. When you punch it out, it's going to come out to the back side here, and you'll see it come right out through here, the pin, and it'll just pop right out of there. Like I said, I just use the, this punch right here, 3/32 inch punch it through as far as I can get it. Then I just use the brad right there to punch it through the rest of the way, and it popped right out. If you do that, you shouldn't have any problems at all. What I would recommend doing instead, because this system really stinks the way that they're doing it, the older way with the C-clip on there was good. I would go to C&T Power Sports. They're in Troy, New Hampshire, and C&T will still sell you, I believe, the dry bolt, the bushings, washer, and the C-clip. Put that in. I'd never had any problem with the old style. That worked out fine, rather than trying to go with this, because if you ever bust that pin, I mean, oh man, it's going to be a hard time trying to take it out. If you watch the other video, like I said, the other guy had a real long time trying to get that out. Also, if you're going to replace this, you decide you want to replace that bolt, I found out from Skidoo, the one that they supply to you does not have a hole drilled into it. And once I took everything apart, I realized why. Because what you're going to do is basically you put the rollers back in there, you screw the bolt back down in place, then you go and take a drill. You have to take I believe it's a 3/32 drill bit, and drill right straight through there. But as you can see, you know, with the shaft size here, you're going to need a very, very long drill bit to drill it straight. So I wouldn't recommend doing it, putting the pin back in. I would just get the stuff from C&T and go that way. You might even be able to get it from the dealer, but C&T makes the high torque type rollers that last probably twice as long as the factory ones, and you'll have it better, and the price is about the same. I'm in a quandary here because I want to go out snowmobiling, so I just use the stock Skidoo ones, even though I'm in New Hampshire, and I can't wait to put it back together again. Wifey wants her garage back, so I have to get my sled out of the way here. So, but that's about it. Hopefully it'll save you a little bit of aggravation. I had to go trying to determine where that was and how it came out. So wish you good luck on it. Take care.